Hi, Dan Klett here, your love sensei. I'm the founder of the Honor Institute, Prosperity Charity, Stand Within Your Power, and Small Business Networker, home of the Small Business Network. I wanted to do a special video for Diamond Resorts. Let me just show you this. You see this? That was something I was surprised to see. Okay, I came here on Sunday. I think, when I took the shower on Monday, I think that's when it was, I saw that there. In other words, it's from the guests who were here before me. And the cleaning person missed it. I mean, to me, it's like, this is how the shower curtain should be, because I don't want the spray from the toilet to go into the shower and to get on me. And they do it the other way, so that the curtain is over here. So, anyhow, someone put this there, and the person, and it wasn't part of the routine, or she probably just missed it. I don't know what happened, but I don't really want to touch that. That's why I kept it here. And, I mean, I guess to be an honorable person, I guess I will touch it carefully with another washcloth, and because I don't want this unit that is in my care now to reflect that poor level of quality for the cleaning person. I don't want to be associated with any part of low quality myself. I mean, I'm saying here that Diamond Resort is associated with low quality by that being here. And yet, so that's, it's a serious problem. And the quality here has diminished since I don't know that I've met the general manager now. When Carrie was the general manager here, things were of a high quality, and I think that's because of Deborah, who was the front desk manager, I don't know why she left here to take the job, I think, as head of the maintenance department. That's what I understand, at Los Abrigados. When Deborah, I think, I thought she effectively ran this resort here before, and I think she would be a tremendous asset for Diamond Resorts as a general manager of her own resort. I think that would be a profound gift to Diamond Resorts, because everything that Deborah does is very professional. I mean, I don't know how she does maintenance over at Los Abrigados. I guess it seems fine to me, but it's not something, it's more, I don't know. Anyway, Deborah is has one of the highest standards of professionalism I've seen. And I commend her work ethic and the way she operates, and the way her people operate too. Very high quality person. Anyway, there's a more serious problem than that washcloth, which, it doesn't, as unattractive as that is, there's a more serious problem, which is quite honestly making me not want to stay here again at this property, Bell Rock Inn, in the village of Oak Creek, and that is the internet connection, where actually this was still under the leadership of Carrie, and well, anyway, it's been a problem here for, I'm going to guess, about the last 2 or 2.5, maybe 3 years here, where the internet, like yesterday, the internet was just down, and that was from, I don't remember when, I don't remember if it was the afternoon, or if it was at least by 8 o'clock. I think it was I think by 8 o'clock I was kind of like, well, I don't expect to use the internet again while I'm staying here. So I don't know when it came back on, if it was before, well, this morning at about, I don't know, 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. or something, I saw that it was on again, and I was glad to see that. I'm guessing it was probably off all night, and maybe since the afternoon. I don't remember when it started. But anyway, I think that happened, I don't remember if it happened the last time I was here, or I think it was the time before that it happened the same way. And it was kind of like that, I think, maybe Thursday afternoon or evening, and all the way through Thursday night, and then all overnight. And I don't remember if I don't think it was working again when I left on Friday, but I don't know. Anyway, it's like a recurring problem. And I think the maintenance or the engineering, whatever they're called here, facilities person, I think he said that he made it sound like it was the internet to the village of Oak Creek was a problem. And to me, that might be an opportunity for Diamond Resorts. Talk about that shortly. Anyway, the problem, so this whole stay, to put a perspective on how terrible the internet has been, my whole 5 nights here, there's enough bandwidth for me generally, sometimes, let's put it that way, even expand that more specifically, to open one page, or one browser tab at a time. In other words, when I go to like Facebook and I push refresh on it, sometimes within maybe 10 or 15 seconds it will load. Probably more often than not, most of the time probably, I have to refresh that one tab 2 more times before even Facebook will open. It's that bad here. Seriously, it's that bad. And it's been slow probably at all Diamond Resorts properties all Arizona, like meaning the Sedona Summit, Los Abrigados, Bell Rock Inn especially, this time is unacceptably slow, and Scottsdale Villa Mirage, I think Scottsdale Links as well. I mean, I'm saying like back 4 or 5 or 7 or maybe as long as I've known Diamond Resorts, they have been slow, and that's, I mean, I guess before it's been something that I have just thought to myself, well, okay, I guess that's how it is. Why would I as an owner accept that? That's an important question. I had, except now with this, I think it's been this bad where, well, no, it hasn't been, I think it's about twice as slow, I was going to say half as slow. It's about half slower, about twice as slow this time as it was any other time I've stayed here. And it's to the point where it's too much of a hit to my productivity. It's costing me too much to stay here to make it worth it for me to stay here. So I'm not even planning to stay here anymore until I get assurances before I make a reservation that that has been corrected. So in other words, this has reached the point where this is resort killing of a problem. I mean, this resort is like a deal breaker for me to stay here. So I'm inferring that this is something that's threatening the survival of this resort, this unacceptably slow internet, where it takes maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times to refresh one page before that page even loads. So I wanted to make you aware of the severity of that problem, not to mention just the low quality that's represented by this resort right now. That's a pretty serious problem, except the internet is a critically serious problem. So, I mentioned, what did I say earlier about, Oh yeah, okay, I don't know. But I forgot the earlier part I was going to talk about later, but I have suggested or offered my services to Diamond because I created a whole strategy for Diamond Resorts, and then Diamond Resorts wasn't interested, and I was going to shop it to other, Holiday Inn, Westin, Sheraton, whatever, Hilton, the big players in the company, in this spectrum or community, and I just wasn't my priority, and I didn't do that so far. Anyway, I still have that strategy out there, and it's something that Diamond probably could have, especially now. If you would have done that strategy before COVID-19 and where the timeshare aspect of the business kind of became, it disappeared almost overnight or over the course of a week or whatever, Diamond would have been well in a position of advantage by having done the strategy because it's guest-centric, and it would have increased your value as a hospitality destination, not necessarily as a timeshare destination, as a hospitality. Anyway, if you would have done that strategy is still out there for you, and I would strongly, especially now, I would strongly encourage you to avail yourself of that, and it would dramatically help everything. And I had offered my services where I would go and stay at all the properties, and I would tell you from the insider perspective, not as an employee, but as a guest who kind of has seen other properties and knows what's important to see that the house cleaning staff wouldn't see or the resort management wouldn't see, where I would see it, and I would point out the things that are problems here. Like just as one example, these tile floors here, they get a lot of dirt on them or little pebbles, and it's dirty to stay here, and that's been the case since the remodel, and the remodel's beautiful, and even the remodel, anyway, there's so much that I could offer Diamond Resorts if you wanted to hire me as a consultant and, a special project person for improving the whole company. Then, talk to me about that. And the strategy that I wrote for you or created for you actually has all kinds of aspects to it for improvement, and that would still be highly advantageous for you to take advantage of that. Anyway, let me know if that's of interest to you. Thank you very much.